we've got DIY Maths class. It's created a game involving a coordinate treasure map as shown below. The game consists of tasks that involve directions, distances and locations. This tasks in the game are based on the map. So treasure is hidden at a location of -2, -5. So mark T on the map where the treasure can be found. So you're going to -2, -5. So you start off at the origin, you go 2 to the left and then you go down 5. So -2, -5 is here and that is part T. So just for plotting that you get 10 marks. Then for the next part is food is located at a point F on the map. And the point F is on a line which contains the point 3 -5. So it must contain the point 3 -5, which is A, and has a slope of -1. So if it has a slope of -1, it means that it's going 1 across and then 1 up, but it's going to the left. So it's going here, and then it's going to go here, and keep going diagonally like that. So the point F is also on the line, which contains B, which is 6, 4. 6, 4 is here, and that has a slope of 0. So if it has a slope of 0, it's a straight line. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to extend those lines using a ruler, and going to do the same here. I'm just going to keep carried on with those. So and we can see that they more than likely meet at that point there. Okay, and that point F then is this point here, which is -6, 4. So F will be -6, 4. So that there is worth 5 marks. Okay, then you've got a clue to another treasure hidden is in the locked box at 6, 4. The 4-digit code to open this is D4, or D to the power 4, where D is the distance from B to C and D is an element of N. So find the 4-digit code, which is D4, D to the power 4. So what we're going to do there is find the distance from B to C. So B to C. So B is 6, 4. And C is -3, 2. So we're just going to use the distance formula, which is x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Just going to label them x1, y1, x2, y2. So that is -3 minus 6 squared plus 2 minus 4 squared. So when you put that into the calculator, get -9, which is 81, and then 2 take away 6 is 2 minus 4 is -2. -2 squared is 4, so that's the square root of 85. So that's the distance from B to C. Now we need to do the square root of 85. Is D to the power 4. So if I do square root of 85 to the power 4, you get an answer there of 7,225. Or if you found the square root of 85 to be 9 point something, and then just put that to the power 4, you would have got a similar answer of 6,561. They'll accept either of those answers. Part B then, so a meeting point P, which is 2m, is below on the x-axis, so P is the distance of square root of 41 from point B. So find the value of m and plot it on the diagram. So you're using the distance formula again. And you're using the point P, which is 2m, so that's x1, y1, and you're using B, which is x2 and y2. So you put in 6, you take away 2, square it, and then you do 4 and you take away m and you square it. So 6 take away 2 is 4, 4 squared is 16, and then 4 minus m is stayed in the bracket and it's squared, and we're making that equal to the square root of 41 because that's what it told us it was equal to. So you can get rid of the square bracket on each side and just have 16 plus 4 minus m squared is equal to 41, and then if you take away 41 minus 16, you get 25, and then you can expand your bracket here, so 4 minus m by 4 minus m, and that would give you 16 minus 4m minus 4m plus m squared equals 25, make it equal to 0, so m squared minus 8m, 16 minus 25 is minus 9, and then if you factorize, looking at the factors of 9, which are factors of 9 are 1 times 9 or 3 times 3, we want to get minus 8, so you're going to have to choose minus 9 and plus 1, so m is equal to 9 or minus 1. So 9 is not on the diagram, so you're going to use, because it's not on the y, so you're just going to use the minus 1. So minus 1 there is your answer, because 9 is not on the y-axis of the diagram. Then if the line k has equation of this, verify that it's a point on the line, so we just call this x and y and sub it in. So you put in minus 2 minus 5 minus 3 and see if it equals to 0. So minus 2 plus 5, take away 3, see if that equals to 0. So that gives you 0. So it's a point on the line. For part 2 then, so you've got another treasure. Needs to be somewhere on the line k. You must pick a spot along k to contain this treasure. Use algebra to find another point on k other than t. So if you had, so from your previous question, you knew that you had your equation of your line of x minus y minus 3 is equal to 0. So if trying to use another point, just sub in any value of x that's on the x-axis. So sub in 1, for example, and then find y. So 1 goes in for x, minus y minus 3 is equal to 0. So minus y equals to 1, take away 3 is minus 2, and then bring it across is 2, so y is equal to minus 2. So 1 minus 2 will be a point on the line, and that will be enough. And then lastly for part 3 then, so a spade for digging is hidden on line L, which is parallel to K. So if it's parallel to K, it's going to have the same slope. So if it had a slope of, well, we need to read it from the line there, so we need to rearrange it in the format of y is equal to mx plus c. So minus y is equal to minus x plus 3, change the signs, y is equal to x minus 3. That means that m is 1. So if it's parallel, it's the same slope. So we can use that, and we want to use the point of minus 3, 2. So we're going to use the equation of the line for this one. And we're going to do y minus 2 is equal to 1 times x minus minus 3. And that's going to turn into a plus. So we're going to have y minus 2 is equal to x plus 3. And then we're just going to rearrange it and say that x minus y and then 3 plus 2 is 5. And that's going to be your equation.